What is up, humans of the cardboard? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we got the final card for Punk revealed. Now keep in mind, the OCG is getting this set straight up in like 5 days. So we're gonna get the last Exorcister card and the last Brave Token card in the next couple days as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we get one tomorrow and one the day after that. We will obviously see though. But today we're going over the new Punk card. This is no Punk numeral ogre. This does not count as a numeral card for like random exceed shenanigans. But I do like the design. The design's pretty cool. I like the cool like mask and you know, this creepy looking, you know, samurai demon skull thing going on. But here we go. Let's jump into this thing. This is a Fiend, Dark, level 8, 2500, 2000 statted monster. Pretty good, you know, pretty good for a level 8. You can only use its first and second effects once per turn each. First effect reads, you contribute summon, or you contribute 1 Punk monster as cost to special summon this card from the hand. Okay, that was a fairly reasonable way to jump out of the hand, but just by attributing any Punk monster. Also, second effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard as cost to add a Punk monster from your deck to your hand, except a level 8 monster. Now that's really nice because you may say the first effect, oh well John, that's a -1, and I'm with you. The first effect is not the greatest summoning condition. I'd rather banish a Punk from grave than tribute 1 on field. That way we're not losing like those active resources. But this second effect really gives it solid utility apart from being an extender, right? This is just a search card. This is a ROTA, which helps with consistency. The only problem is it doesn't help with extendability too much, right? You can send this, so you just have a way to search any of the small ones there, but I think you need at least 2 of the small ones to go combo. I don't even know exactly what goes combo in this deck, but reading through the deck, I just read through it before going over this, and it's like the deck is like super awkward. We'll talk about that at the end. Third effect, once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, period, quick effect, you can make this card gain attack equal to that monster's original attack until the end of this turn. Meh, like that doesn't do anything. Like, does that do anything? I don't really think so. That effect seems like so bad. So I'm not really worried about that. But all in all, I think this is actually a pretty good card, right? Like, jumps out of the hand reasonably easily, and also just can search you any Punk monster from deck to hand. Great. Okay, cool. We're searching. The problem with the archetype still does not get fixed with this card, though, unfortunately. If this could maybe search any Punk card, this would be slightly better, but listen, the spells are whack, okay? The one of the spells is like horrible, and the other one is like an okay continuous spell that maybe you play one of because it says when a Punk monster battles or attacks or whatever, you just like pop the monster it's attacking. Fine, but again, like not too crazy, just like okay removal in the battle phase. Okay. The traps, kind of underwhelming. They're at least playable, I think. One's kind of like a searchable impermanence for the archetype. One's kind of like a searchable, just Dryden kind of card. Just like target a card and destroy it. If you don't control a Punk monster, you can only pop face downs. But if you do, you can pop anything. So I'll take that, right? Just pop anything. Even though it's only pop 1, you'd like to see something a little more impactful. You know, I'm not going to complain. You know, disruption is disruption, and it seems fairly easily searchable. So fine. And then the rest of the monsters, the rest of the monsters are fine, but the problem is none of them are extenders except for the other high level 8, and extends the same way by tributing a Punk, which, to be honest, we don't really want to do. And then you have the 4 main Punk monsters, where 3 of them are searchers, but they're all normal summons. And the other one is like the card that you need on field. It's the only way you have to like fusion summon really in the archetype, which it has to be on field, and then it says like you can perform a fusion summon or a synchro summon to be able to quick synchro on your opponent's turn and then fuse on your turn. So it's, I don't know, it feels like there's something missing here. I would say that like the biggest relationship I can think of with this deck and like another deck is easily Prank Kids. I feel like I've mentioned it every time we've talked about it. It has very Prank Kid-esque, like every single Prank Kid pulls another Prank Kid out of the deck. Well, almost every single one of these normal summons pulls another like Punk card out of the deck. They're like all searchers, they're all +1s like that. And so it kind of gives me a similar vibe. It just, I think we need a facilitator. Okay. And I think Prankids were better than this deck before getting Meow Meow, but I do think this deck needs its version of a Meow Meow. And I don't think a Link 1 just does it, but maybe they get a Link 1 that says when this card's Link summoned, like, gain additional normal summon. So that way, like, they open up the possibility of a lot more, like, 2-card combos that are easy to, like, just get to, or something like that. Because usually you just need to make, I believe in this archetype, you just need to make the fusion, and like you kind of have combo because you tribute him and he summons, I think, 2 more punks out of the deck. Boom, there's 2 more searches, and as long as, well, it could be 1 search and something else, but as long as you have access to your quick synchro guy and enough levels to get into your boss monster, then you're kind of set up to at least do that play. And I guess that seems to be the goal of the deck at the moment. Maybe you'll want to trap on top of it, but the spells are whack. They need way better spells. So that's what I'm looking forward to in future support. Hopefully better spells to make the spell one actually usable. Like right now I'm almost thinking, like, do you even play it? Because we might play that one spell at 1 and we're not even playing the other one. So maybe you just play 1 copy of the spell searching guy, and other than that, don't need them because there's nothing good to search. The trap one's fine. The monster one's obviously fine. And I don't know. We just need some slightly better stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I don't think it's a bad start. I just think right now, I don't even think you could attempt to play this in any competitive fashion. But we'll see. Maybe we'll come up with something I don't see here. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on this brand new card and the archetype as a whole, now that we do have everything for them out of this first wave. Now keep in mind, Konami tends to give support for these deck build archetypes, like in the upcoming sets after they tend to drop. So that's obviously a good sign, and we'll just have to see where Konami wants to go with it. But yeah, that's gonna do it from here today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff from me in the future, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.